fam, welcome back to episode of Destination Fitness with Carlos. So I am back in Sydney, Australia, and basically I'm doing my episode today, and I'm going to be doing a little series of our beach walks that we've got in Sydney. I'm at Brighton, which is one of the closest beaches to the airport. The city's just down there, the airport is just there, and I'll be explaining a little bit about Brighton itself and also some of the benefits of walking. I've done this a few times on my uploads on my Instagram channels, so I'm going to do a little series on the walks and how to get the best out of walking, and also show you a little bit of the area here in Sydney. But as you can see, guys, it's a Thursday, it's pretty busy, so a lot of people that work around here, so but I'm going to give you a bit more information. But this is the episode today, guys. Destination Fitness with Carlos from Brighton in Sydney. Okay guys, so I started my walk in an area called Dolls Point, which is just behind me there, and we're going to go all the way to Brighton-Le-Sands, which is just a few k's that way. So I think it's probably about, I'd say maybe about 5 kilometers of a walk. So I'm going back and back again, so it's about 10 kilometers all up. But what I can say is the beach is actually got so many people here. I'm just wondering whether there's any people working. You know, we're in Sydney, the second least affordable place to live in the world after Hong Kong. This city, you can see behind me here, guys, it is so expensive to live in Sydney, it is not funny. It's officially, today was announced on the news, the second least affordable place in the world to live. So only Hong Kong is more expensive to live than this city of Sydney. But look what's on offer, guys. Jeez. This beach here, Brighton, is not the most popular beach, which is why I started that series of the walks in Sydney here today for your health and wellness, because it's not as popular as your Bondis and Manlys and all that, but it's still a beautiful beach closest to the southwestern suburbs, and literally the airport runway is just there. So when you do travel to Sydney in your flights from overseas or even locally, domestically, the runway literally lands just on the water out there. So you land on the water, and this is the closest beach to the airport. So guys, on a lot of my episodes which I've thrown in regarding walking and why walking is so good for you for your health and fitness is, like I've said, with injuries. I've just come off the plane a few days ago, and whenever I come off the plane for my lower back, I get very tight on the lower back. So I always find it a little bit difficult to get back straight into training. So I've got to do a bit of walking, just loosen the back up. That is one benefit of walking. Also, just in general, if you've got injuries and stuff like that, walking is always a good way to just do some exercise just to keep yourself active and moving. Because what you find if you walk, and you walk with a little bit of intensity, you can get just as much out of it as you will do some cardio exercise. And again, guys, check out the beach. When you're walking outside, don't go to the gym and walk on a treadmill. I have no idea why people go to the gym to walk on a treadmill. Come out here, walk out here. Look at that. This is a beach. Guys, it's spring. It's only just started spring, so winter just finished in Sydney a few days ago. But look at that, people are out on the beach already. Beautiful day today, spring day, so I've still got a t-shirt on, but it's good enough to take the shirt off and get out in the sun. But look what the walking does, guys. Walk here instead of on a damn treadmill. Get outside, make the most of it. But I'm going to explain to you a little bit about how you can get most out of your walking by throwing in some exercises as well, just to get a bit more intensity. So guys, this Brighton walk is relatively a flat walk, and when you walk, I think I've covered this before on different episodes, you can burn up to 300 calories per hour, depending on the intensity that you walk at. Now, because it's so flat, it can be very comfortable to take it easy. So what I tend to do on flat walks is I throw in a few exercises. So have a look at the exercises that I'm throwing in here in between some of the grabs of the different areas of the beaches of Brighton, and throw these into your walk, because that will actually increase your heart rate, make it a little bit more difficult, a little bit more strenuous, and you'll burn a little bit more calories, but also you'll still enjoy your walk, but you just throw in a few exercises as well, because these walks, the beauty of it is there's a lot of different areas that you can use your nature as well as some of the equipment in the parks to actually do some exercises as well. So hopefully you enjoy those exercises I'm throwing in here as well, guys. So this part of Brighton is Lady Robertson's Beach. So it's a private area where you can swim there, fenced off. And the reason you've got nets around there is for the sharks. You do get sharks in the bay there. And obviously there's all restaurants and little places to eat, cafe down here. But it's a little popular area, guys. A lot of people down here. You can eat indoors as well as outdoors. On your walk, if you want to stop for a coffee or something like that, people that drink coffee. But as you can see, that's the actual swimming area. And I don't know if you can notice there that there's a shark net around a little square area there. And that's because that's Botany Bay out there. And the bay itself goes out to the deep sea, but the sharks do come in. So you have this swimming area here which is safe to swim in with the nets. I'll try and get a bit closer to it so you can actually see the nets, or the shark nets there. I mean, a lot of people swim in there without the nets as well, because the sharks won't be huge, they're coming here, but you do get them. Don't know if you can see it out here. So if you can see it down there, that's the nets. And it goes all the way around in a sort of square there, so it gives you a little swimming area for a bit of safety. But wow. What a beautiful day, guys. I just can't believe how many people are out here on a weekday. And you've got the jet skis out on the water. Gee, you think it's a Saturday or Sunday, and it's a Thursday midday. Man, people don't work in this country. What's going on? A lot of, I think, the stay-at-home mums out with their kids. But I just can't get over how many people I've seen while walking out here. Unbelievable. I thought it was only going to be me. Jeez. I'll tell you, it's an expensive place to live in Sydney, but a lot of people are doing well because they're not working. But anyway, guys, like I said, and look at that water, how clean it is. And I'm going to explain to you what the water used to be like many years ago when I was younger. But it looks really good out there. Now, guys, I've been coming to this beach for many years. Like I said, it's the closest beach if you live out in the southwestern suburbs. So it's the closest beach to that area. But back in the 70s, I was coming in 1970s and mid-80s. This beach itself was wasn't as clean as this. I don't know if you can see with the camera, but the water is crystal clear. You can see all the way to the bottom. And it's been like this for many years now, for about 20 years or so. But when I used to come in the 70s, the water wasn't that clean because that's the bay out there. And you got where all the ship and the containers come in down there, Mascot. And for some reason, the water it was a little bit brownish colour. There always used to be huge jellyfish always on the beach here. Look at the beach, it's completely white sand. It's a beautiful beach. I mean, not many people come here, or local people come here, they know about it, but other people don't really tend to come here. They go to Maroubra and all these places, Bondi. But this beach never used to be like this years and years ago. For the last 20 years or so, it's been really nice. But like I said, you look at it now, what a beautiful beach, beautiful place to come to swim. But there, they've really cleaned it up now. But like I said, years ago it wasn't like this, but it's a beautiful spot now. Alright, so now I'm at Ramsgate Beach. So we're sort of halfway to Brighton, or we're nearly at Brighton. It's getting a little bit windier as you come around the corner behind me there. But now we're heading to Ramsgate Beach, and if you've been watching, you'll be seeing the exercises I'm throwing in, just to make it a little bit more intense, because what you'll find, if you look behind me, it's pretty flat, this walk. There's not many hills. It's really flat. A cycling track as well, that this is. So it's in terms of walking, it's good if you're a little bit elderly, or if you just want to just do a walk without any hills in that. But if you want some hills, you've got to throw in some runs and some of the exercises that I'm doing just to get a bit more out of it. But in terms of a walk, a comfortable walk, this is really nice. And again, guys, I keep showing you the beach, but wow, it's beautiful. Look at the sand. So nice. But anyway, guys, like I said, we're nearly there. About 3/4 of the way to Brighton itself. And there's a few more swimming sections where they're fenced off, where you can actually swim so that you're safe without the sharks and stuff like that. But we're getting there. But what a beautiful day. Okay, so that's Lady Robinson's beach there next to me. They've closed the path for the walkway there, so I'm just going to have to walk on the sand itself. But at least it gives you a chance to see how white and clear this sand is. I've been in Pattaya, Jomtien, where the sand is like dust. So it's nice to be walking on proper sand. But anyway, guys, there you go. Beach walk, Sydney. There are some beautiful beaches. This is one of the ones that you won't see much of or hear much of, but make the most of this one. It's right near the airport. Okay guys, so this part of the walk just comes off the beach itself onto the road, which you'll probably see behind me there. But then it comes back down to the beach. But I'll just spin it around so you can see how close we are to the city, although it's a bit misty in the city at the moment because it's so warm today. But let me just spin it around so you can see where the airport is. So basically that's the beach there, and then the airport is literally right in front of you. And I don't know if you can see the planes there, but that's a runway that basically goes just there. So that's how close you are to the airport. Okay fam, so I made it to Brighton. About a 5-kilometre walk. Planes out there about to take off. But I'll show you a bit of what Brighton looks like. If you watched my Father's Day, you would have seen the video I did down here on Father's Day. But this is the main part of Brighton. What I can't believe is how many people are out here today that don't work. But this is Brighton Beach. And that's the walk all the way to the beach. And it keeps going to the airport. You see the planes down there? You can keep walking all the way down to the airport and beyond. I think it heads all the way over to Maroubra and that place. That's the main road of Brighton. It's with all your restaurants, mainly restaurants down here. And Omnia, just there as where I was for Father's Day. And a few nice hotels as well. Pretty busy road, busy area, especially on the weekend. This area is very busy. But it's a weekday, a Thursday. Look how many people are on the beach. And we're only 8 days since winter finished. So this is still spring, very early spring. Just the end of winter. And that's the Brighton walk. Alright fam, so I hope you've enjoyed that episode of Destination Fitness with Carlos. Like I said, here at Brighton, a beach that isn't that well known outside of the Sydney suburbs, but another brilliant beach to do the walk in, and this is the first of my series I'll be doing on the coastal walks on our beaches here in Sydney. So I hope you've enjoyed that. Beautiful day, spring day here in Sydney. But guys, like I said, we'll be doing some more of the other beaches pretty soon. This is the first one to kick it off. All about health and wellness, keeping fit, looking after yourself, keeping active. See you on your next episode, guys.